Meaning of anthropology. ठीक है? This is the first topic. Tell me, what is the meaning? Wait.
Meaning of understanding the behavior, cultural and body structure or something of human. Study of human
सही नहीं है, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग है. Yes. So we'll develop the meaning. Okay. So step by step we should go. देखो, anthropology is a Greek word because it was originated in Greece, and the father of anthropology is Aristotle. So it consists of two words. Anthropo plus logos. Anthropo means what? Man. Logos means study or scientific study. Okay? ठीक है? So if you combine these two meanings, what it stands? Study of man or scientific study of man. What you said. What's the name? Jai. Jai said. अब बताओ, is it a correct meaning? क्यों नहीं करेक्ट है? Study of man. See, it is a confusing one. Because if you say anthropology is the study of man, there are other social sciences, they also study man. For example, history. It studies human being, although it studies past events of man. Sociology, it studies human society, dealing with man. Economics, it studies economic system of modern society. Similarly, political science is also studying political system of man. So if you say that anthropology is the study of man, is it not confusing? Because there are other social sciences, they also study man. क्या बोलता है? So while you are finding out meaning of anything, it should be distinctive. So it doesn't carry any distinction. So therefore, a collective definition has been given. Means a number of anthropologists came together and they have defined anthropology. And that's called Notes and Queries definition. So according to Notes and Queries definition, anthropology is said to be study of man, in totality. In terms of time and space. So this is what is a collective definition. Study of man in totality, in terms of time and space. Now, if you examine this definition, you can see what anthropology actually is. ठीक है. So now we can explain this definition through a table. अरे सब चला गया. अच्छा, study of man in totality. So, what do you mean study of man in totality? What is human being as a totality? क्या है? What's your name? Ritesh, tell me. What is human totality? देखो, anthropology I think is a subject of common science, common sense. इसके लिए कोई you don't need to have prior studies. That is one aspect, not totality. What is human totality? बताओ जय. See, broadly, there are two aspects of man. One is socio-cultural aspect, and one is biological aspect. So anything or everything which is related to man either fall under socio-cultural aspect or biological aspect. They cover everything of human being. Now we have to see them with reference to time and space. ठीक है. So what do you mean socio-cultural aspect? What is socio-cultural aspect? When you refer to socio-cultural aspect, what you are referring to? So this is a very common phrase we use. तो what will be there? Society तो इसमें भी वही है. आपने सिर्फ सोसाइटी बोला, मैंने सोशियो कल्चरल बोला. छोटे छोटे, see, there will be small phrase, small word. It is very familiar to us, but we do not have clarity. In UPSC, you must have clarity. So when you refer to socio-cultural aspects, actually you are talking about socio-cultural institutions. What are these institutions? These are marriage, family, kinship, economic institutions, political system, belief pattern, including religion and magic, value system. So when you refer to socio-cultural aspect, actually you are referring to these institutions. तो हम लोग यहाँ पे लिख सकते हैं मैरिज, फैमिली, kinship, economic institutions, political system, belief pattern including religion, magic. The simple सा चीजें हैं, but we have overlooked. इसीलिए हमें clarity नहीं है. So if you do not have clarity, you can't use that knowledge. तो हमें यूज करना है नॉलेज को. ठीक है. So this is socio-cultural aspect. What is biological aspect? It means man as a creature among millions of creatures in the animal kingdom. See, there are millions of species. We are one of them. So as a creature, we have to study man. Here we study man as a creature. Here we study man as a creature with culture. ठीक है. Now see socio-cultural aspect in terms of time. So, what's your name? Sajid. So Sajid, what do you think of socio-cultural aspect in terms of time? Past. Yes, correct, but tell me the complete sentence. तो साजिद ने बोला पास्ट. ही इज करेक्ट बट इट इज इनकम्प्लीट. आपका नाम क्या है? प्रसन्ना. प्रसन्ना, टेल मी socio-cultural aspect in terms of time. Where is time? So speak clearly. आपका नाम क्या है? मीनाक्षी. नीलाक्षी. नीलाक्षी, tell me socio-cultural aspect in terms of time. Online student. देखो थोड़ा क्लैरिटी है, थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है. When you refer to socio-cultural aspect in terms of time, actually you are going to study past events in human society and culture. In other words, you can say it is the study of evolution of society and culture. Evolution means what happened in the past with reference to time. So anthropology studies human society right from its first culture through different stages to present culture. अच्छा बताओ, what is the first culture of human being? आपका नाम क्या है? अंजू. बताओ, what is the, it is a general knowledge. What is the first culture of human being? We start from there. It is a fact. Anyone? Online से भी आया, how they change their culture in timely manner. So my question is, what is the first culture of human being? ये तो पढ़ा होगा. जीएस शुरू किया. Paleolithic culture. See, human history is divided into three phases: prehistoric society, protohistoric, and historic society. What is the first stage in prehistory? Paleolithic. Then come Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Bronze Age, Iron Age, Vedic, in India's context, Vedic Age, Post-Vedic Age, Medieval, Modern, present time. So anthropology will study human society and culture right from its first culture through different stages to present one. It doesn't leave anything in the past in terms of society and culture with reference to time. So you can write here. So this is sociocultural aspect in terms of time. Clear है प्रश्न? Then come to गरिमा बोल के एक लड़की जवाब दिया. Sociocultural aspect in terms of space. क्या है? In terms of space. Space means simply जगह. In Hindi it is called जगह. Physical space. Sociocultural aspect in terms of space. सब कुछ जानता है, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं जानता है. ये नहीं जानता था. उस सेंस में स्पेस नहीं है. Physical space. See, anthropology studies each and every kind of society present on the planet Earth. Wherever human societies are present in any form, they all are studied in anthropology. So if you categorize human societies, there are mainly two types of societies. One is simple society or tribal society. Another one is modern society or complex society. So anthropology studies both of them. And you know, these societies are not same. Simple societies differ from modern societies. They have different forms of marriage, family, economic system, political system. We have different kinds. So anthropology will study simple societies as well as modern societies. So you can say they are studying cultural variations. Here you can also write it means studying socio-cultural variation, because forms of marriage will be different in different societies. Religions differ from one society to another society. So is it not studying cultural variation? So you can write here, studying all kinds of societies. Including both tribal and simple society. Or studying sociocultural variation. So these are sociocultural aspect in terms of time and space. सेम है, सेम. ट्राइबल को भी सिंपल बोला जाता है. Modern or complex societies. So now come to biological aspect in terms of time. What's your name? Krishna. So Krishna, tell me. It's the simplest question. Biological aspect in terms of time. Yes, is completely correct. Studying origin and evolution of man as a creature. How man was originated and through which stages we have reached present or modern mankind. ठीक है? Origin and evolution of man. As a creature. So, if this one is studying evolution of society and culture, it is studying evolution of man as a creature. ठीक है? Then biological aspect in terms of pace. अब बताओ. जगह. Just modify your knowledge. नहीं, tribal. When you refer to tribal, it becomes sociocultural. See, it means anthropology studies human physical variation. See, people in Africa, Europe, Asia, they all belong to the same species, that is sapiens. But we differ from each other. If you see people in Africa, they differ from that of Asia. क्यों नहीं करता? They are having darker appearance, frizzly hair. ये difference नहीं है. ऐसे ही. So, why they differ? That is to be studied. You know why people differ physically from one place to another place? Because of interaction between climate and gene. Because of that, we go to study genetics. So it means studying human physical variation. So here we study cultural variation, here we study physical variation. So this is study of man in totality in terms of time and space. Is that table clear? So now you can see the difference between study of man and study of man in totality in terms of time. So if you now compare anthropology with other social sciences, things will be crystal clear. Take other social science. क्या है? हिस्ट्री है, सोशियोलॉजी है, इकोनॉमिक्स है, पॉलिटिकल साइंस है ना. What history does? See, history studies this part mainly. In history, what you study? What happened in the past in terms of society and culture? So history studies only this part of human being. And it doesn't study this part, this part, this part. What sociology does? Society, that too modern society. Sociology doesn't study tribal society. It doesn't study human biology. It will never study human biology. Simple societies and modern society. ये और लिख दिया था ना, एन लिख दिया था. Modern society. So sociology studies only this part. ठीक है. इकोनॉमिक्स ठंड लग रहा है. इकोनॉमिक्स क्या करता है? इट स्टडीज ओनली इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम. It does not study even other social system like political system, religion, and it never studies biology. Economic system. Similarly, political science only studies political system. Can you see the difference with this definition? So what they are doing, they are studying man in a part manner. They do not study man in a holistic manner. Whereas anthropology studies man in a holistic manner or in a comprehensive manner. Now there is no confusion. You can distinguish anthropology from other social sciences. So this is the meaning of anthropology. Study of man in totality in terms of time and space. Clear hai Sajid? So they are also studying man, the social sciences, but they are studying man in a part manner or in an atomistic manner. So this is the meaning of anthropology. Koi doubt? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now the question is, why I will accept this definition? Because who has given this definition? There is no person, individual person is associated with this definition. It is anonymous. Anonymous things can be better, but it lacks credibility. Hannah, why I will accept it? Who has said it? So to give credibility, if you refer to some renowned scholars who have also accepted this definition, then this will be having credibility. If eminent scholars in anthropology, they discarded this definition, that means it is not the definition of anthropology, or this is not the meaning of anthropology. So in this context, we can refer to two important American anthropologists. One is Harshkovit. Another one is Clyde Clackhon. Both are American anthropologists and they are stalwart in world anthropology. Harshkovit defined anthropology as the study of man and its creations. Study of man and his creation. That was the definition given by Harshkovit. Study of man and his creations. You know, he deliberately used the word man. So don't misunderstand, he was a gender biased. समझा ना? See, when you refer to the word man, you are using the word as a biological creature. The study of man means study of man as a biological creature. So here you will study origin and evolution of man, physical variations, everything. His creations means what? Anything which has been created by man. Can you tell me what are the human creation? What's the name? Somen. Soumyaranjan. Soumya, tell me what are the human creation? Yes. Society is created by man. You know, there is a theory, in the theory part, structuralism. In that theory, Claude Lévi-Strauss is a great French sociologist and anthropologist. He said that once upon a time there was no society. Society existed नहीं करता. It is not that before the emergence of man, human society someone created and given it to human being, and we are using it. ऐसा नहीं है. Initially there was no society. After a long deliberation, society was created by human being. I will tell the story in that theory. So society is a human creation. Culture is also human creation. See, culture includes material cultures like tools, technologies, dress, houses. These are human creation. Similarly, non-material cultures like religion, magic, family, these are also human creation. So when he refers to his creations, that means he is referring to society and culture. And they should be studied in terms of evolution and variation. So you can see even the definition given by Harshkovit corresponding to this definition. That is Notes and Queries definition. He has not discarded the definition. In a simplified manner, he has subscribed to this definition. ठीक है? Now come to Clyde Clackhon. He is also very renowned anthropologist. He has written a book named after Mirror for Man. It is a book. In that book, he has used mirror analogy. That is, when a person stands in front of a mirror, what he or she sees? The entire body, If you are standing in front of a mirror, you cannot see only your hand, only your leg, only your face. The whole body will be seen. Na? So similarly, when anthropology is study, it studies entire part of human being. And entirety of human being includes socio-cultural aspect, biological aspect. So he has also accepted this definition. Now we can say anthropology is the study of man in totality in terms of time and space. Now your discussion is over. See, you should be critical enough. Don't be a simpleton that it is the definition, so accept it. Why I will accept? Who has given this definition? So for increasing acceptance and credibility, we have referred to the works of Harsh Kavita and Clyde Clark. So now is the end of the topic. तो क्लियर है? कोई डाउट है? डाउट है तो पूछो. So I think I have taken 40-45 minutes to discuss this topic. हाँ 40 मिनट तो हो ही गया. Now think, if a question comes on this topic, can you write for 45 minutes? That means still our preparation is not complete. We have to write these things in the answer sheet. See, there are two parts in learning. In UPSC mains exam, one is gaining knowledge about a topic, another one is presenting that knowledge in the answer sheet. So what you have gained, you cannot write as such in the answer sheet. You will be able to write only 2-3 questions. And whereas you have to write 19 questions. So theoretical part is complete. Now practical part, how to present these facts to my answer sheet. If it is incomplete, your preparation is incomplete. And most of the students make this mistake. Once they understand the topic, they think my preparation is complete. They hardly go to the level of presentation. Think you are not writing for prelims. So if you are writing for prelims, your preparation is over. It is for main. I must know how to present these facts within limited number of words and time. उसके लिए हम लोग कुछ किया ही नहीं. You know, it can be done with a very, very innovative technology. That is called framing. You make a frame of this topic in mind, and while you are writing the answer, you just recollect from your mind. So I will write, you also write, but in the exam hall, you should not write it. It should be kept in mind. This is called framing. So let me write. टॉपिक का नाम क्या है? मीनिंग. Actually, I had PPT, but because of formatting, they all have vanished. I'll make it again. Anthropo. Logos. For books, you can visit our website. I have given a list of books. See, first you do this, then you purchase books. Don't waste money.
सर जो ये दोनों स्कॉलर्स थे सर इन्होंने सिर्फ एक्सेप्ट की थी ना ये बनाई तो थी ना एक्सेप्ट
क्या बनाना था?
ये जो ये हमारी डेफिनेशन है स्टडी ऑफ मैन डेवलपमेंट ऑफ टाइम एंड
तो हम लोग तो ही दिखाना चाहते हैं. Yes, that this is the correct definition.
सर सिर्फ एक्सेप्ट किया था
तो आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड योर क्वेश्चन. रियल में क्या कर सेम डेफिनेशन हो देगा क्या? यही कहना चाहते हैं ना.
सर इन्होंने ये डेफिनेशन बनाई नहीं थी लेकिन एक्सेप्ट
ये डेफिनेशन इज ए कलेक्टिव डेफिनेशन which is called notes and queries definition. a number of anthropologists collectively define, but they are not included. And what I have written here, that is their individual definition. Done. See, this is the frame of the entire discussion. I have taken 40 to 45 minutes and I have written only this much. And see, it covers each and every point which I have discussed today. So you may think, what is there? I have already memorized facts, understood facts, then why to framing it again? Actually, you know, as far as main exam is concerned, you have to present your answer in a descriptive form. And in descriptive presentation, there is a tendency to deviate from the discussion. It is a human tendency, not is yours, not mine. So if you deviate from the discussion, you are writing unnecessary facts for which you won't be rewarded. Rather, it will create bad impression. And most importantly, you are wasting time. Without getting any reward, you are wasting time. That means it is self-punitive in nature. You are punishing yourself. So, should not be avoided. So, if you have frame for every topic, you will never write unnecessary facts. You will never deviate from the discussion. It is very important. We have to avoid this human tendency. Secondly, as far as exam is concerned, you have to memorize. You have to memorize in every subject. And memorization doesn't mean memorize word after word, sentence after sentence. You have to memorize concept also, na? So, what is the way of memorizing? See, considering the vast extent of anthropology or GS, can you memorize word after word, sentence after sentence? It is simply impossible. Does it mean we should not memorize? You know, memorization also helps in speeding up writing. We have to accept. And those are good memorizer, they are top ranker. And don't misunderstand, I am promoting a wrong notion that memorize. See, try to understand the spirit. Memorization means memorizing concepts, memorizing explanation. So I have seen memorizing a story will be difficult, but memorizing points and subpoints of that story will be easier. So if you can recall these points, you can recall the whole story. So ये भी चाहिए. So this is a good technique to memorize. Third one is revision. See, you are studying the whole year, and if you do not revise before exam, can you write a good exam? And have you thought how to revise the whole syllabus in a couple of days, because you will be given hardly 2 days or sometimes 1 day break between GS and optional. So how could you revise the whole syllabus in a day? And if you cannot revise, you will be so poorly confident, you won't be able to write in the exam. Accept the reality. Otherwise, on the day of exam, your hard works of whole year will be in vain. See, if you have frame for all the topics in the syllabus, you can easily revise even by a night. Hannah? So it will be immensely helpful for quick revision. You know, there is a gap of 1.5 hours between first paper and second paper. You can manage to revise for 1 hour. And our students are doing. See, they have frame for every topic in the syllabus. So, you know, second paper is shorter also. They are revising the whole syllabus before the exam. And just after revising, they are going to exam hall. They are so confident they can write very good answer. सोच के देखो, if you can't revise, what will happen to you? So this technique is not only useful in anthropology or other optional, this technique can be useful in GS also. वहाँ पे नहीं कर सकता. But unfortunately, no coaching is giving frame in GS. You can do on your own. Fourth point is, you know, when you learn step by step, you can easily understand a complex thing better. So it is also called step learning. So you will see the importance of frame when we will deal with complex topics. You are not coming from anthro background. Still it will be much easier. So this is the importance of frame. And it is my responsibility to give frame for each and every topic in the syllabus. You will be given frame for each and every topic. And that will be given separately. The study materials which I will give you, that will not have frame. But all topics are written on this frame. You will be given study materials today. You will see the entire topic of meaning and scope is based on this frame. And remember, this is not to be written in the exam. It should be kept in mind on which basis you will proceed your presentation. So can you realize the importance of this technique? So my suggestion, use it in GS also. It will be very helpful. Initially you may be disappointed, things are not easier, framing karna pad raha hai. Once you have learned it and habituated, it will be a great technique for you. For effective memorization, quick revision, and to avoid writing unnecessary facts. See, there is a saying, hall management. So do you think hall can be managed on the day itself? It needs a preparation. And this is one of the preparation. आप बहुत बढ़िया एग्जाम लिख के आ सकते हो. So I will give frame for each and every topic. ठीक है? So now can you see that you can write this question even in 10 minutes? इतना ही लिखना है. So this is called framing or thought framing. Now next topic.